Would you believe that these two expressions are actually equivalent? Today, we're looking at 4 ways to change how an algebraic expression looks without changing what it's worth. The first question you should probably ask is, why bother learning how to rewrite expressions and equations? In higher level math like Algebra 2, pre-calculus, and calculus, equations get long and complex. Often, the only way to integrate, differentiate, or solve for a variable is to transform an expression into a form that's easier to work with. Think of these techniques as your algebraic toolbox. Changing the outfit of an expression lets you rewrite the problem until the solution practically solves itself. So let's unpack that toolbox and master our very first technique. Take a look at this expression, 4 times the quantity x minus 5. Notice how I said 4 times the quantity x minus 5 instead of 4 times parentheses x minus 5. Saying the quantity tells your listener that everything inside x minus 5 is grouped together as one single package being multiplied by 4. Just remember that for the future when it comes up. Now back to method one. First, we can distribute. Think of this as passing out the 4 to everything inside the parentheses. 4 times x gives us 4x, and 4 times negative 5 gives us minus 20, leaving us with 4x minus 20. Wait, before we move on, watch out for this classic negative sign trap. When you see subtraction in an expression, that minus sign belongs to the number directly after it. If you treat minus 5 as positive 5 or lose track of signs when expanding, your whole answer falls apart. Always keep the sign glued to its partner. Now, what if we have a much longer expression? We can combine like terms. These are parts of an expression or equations that share the exact same variable with the exact same exponent, or plain constants with no variables at all. Here we have x terms and constant terms. Let's group our x terms together. 11x minus 3, x minus 4x, 11 minus 3 minus 4 leaves us with 4x. Next, group our plain constants together minus 13 minus 7, which gives us minus 20. Put those results together and we end up right back at 4x minus 20. Next, we can do the reverse and factor. Factoring is basically undoing multiplication by pulling out a factor that divides evenly into every term. Looking at 4x minus 20, the greatest common factor is 4. If we divide both 4x and minus 20 by 4, we pull that 4 outside the parentheses, leaving us with 4 open parenthesis x minus 5 close parenthesis. Or we can pull out a smaller factor instead, which here is 2. Dividing both terms by 2 gives us 2 open parentheses, 2x minus 10 close parentheses. Different look, same value. Finally, we can reorder terms, basically letting them swap seats using the commutative property. But watch out, you can only swap terms that are being added. If you take 4x minus 20 and try to flip it to 20 minus 4x, it doesn't work. Why? Because the negative sign was attached to 20, not 4x. So to swap seats safely when dealing with subtraction, always turn your subtraction into adding a negative first. Rewrite 4x minus 20 as 4x plus negative 20. Now you can flip the order to negative 20 plus 4x without ruining the value. And if your problem is already in addition form, you don't have to change a thing, just swap the order however you like. Want a secret trick to verify your work? Plug in any number for x into both expressions. If the answers match, your expressions are equivalent. Let's choose x equals 6. In our first outfit, 4 times the quantity, 6 minus 5 equals 4. In our second outfit, 4 times 6 minus 20 also equals 4. These are a match. To recap, you can create equivalent expressions by distributing, combining like terms, factoring, and reordering terms. The big takeaway, equivalent expressions might wear different outfits, but underneath, they always have the exact same value inside. If this helped it make sense, hit that like button, share, and subscribe to the channel for more algebra breakdowns.